Hi guys, it's David Tuminski back with another logo design as requested and as promised on my side.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
This logo design is my idea. I came up when I was in a storage wars, storage battles, storage hunters kind of a phase. And this logo is a result of that phase. So let me quickly break it down for you. It's called Grand Self-Storage, obviously, and the main idea behind this logo is to create a design that reflects the name. So I thought if it's supposed to be grand, I thought that the font should be rather chunky, and in this part of this design of this logo, you can see my idea behind this one element that makes the design a bit stand out, but it's not too straight into your eyes kind of effect. So I've decided that I could use the letter N and connect it with these rectangles to create this kind of a storage unit doors. And of course, I've got this horizontal line right here, this kind of a divider, and I've got the tagline here at the bottom. Okay, so let's start. I've got a new artboard lined up, ready and waiting for me. I got a new layer that I will be working on. So I will start with the text, the main font right here. So I will grab the type tool, and I will simply click somewhere here and type in Grand, just like so. The font that I used is called Montserrat, and some of you might be familiar with the font. Yes, it's a web font. Actually, it's not a strictly logo or print design font, but it looks really good, and well, it fits this design. But at the same time, there are some issues with this font, so I thought it would be a great font to show you how to tackle some challenges that may occur when using different kinds of fonts. So I will make it just a bit bigger, maybe like so. Maybe let's make it 160 points. Okay, so before I show you what kind of issues we got with this font, let me convert it to plain paths, plain objects. So I'll go to type, and I'll go ahead and choose create outlines, just like that. Now I want all these letters to be nicely spaced. So in order to do this and to show you actually one new alignment option that's to tell you the truth quite underused by many designers, and I think it's really great, and it will work particularly well in this case. So before I can align it, I will or space the letters, I will go to object and ungroup these guys. And what I want to do now is I want to align all these guys in relation to the A letter, which will be our key object. So if I just click on it, you can see that it sort of highlights right now. And when I go to the align panel, you can see that I have here in the align to dialog box or pop-up window, I got already align to key object selected. Now what it does is it distributes the letters vertically or horizontally in relation to that key object. And since the letter A is our key object right now, I will distribute it horizontally by 5 or maybe 6 points. We'll see what works best. And I will click this option, horizontal distribute space. And as you can see, it all aligned really nicely. But I think that maybe I'll go with 6 points. That might look a bit better. Okay, so now that all the fonts are nicely aligned, I will show you the issues that I was talking about. So let me zoom in a bit. And to show you those issues, I need to have, well, it's best if I have my rulers and guides turned on. So I'll go ahead and turn on the rulers, and I'm going to pull out one guide just like that. I'm going to pull out a second one, and I'm going to pull out two vertical guides just like so. one and the second one. Okay, so the first thing that you might have noticed is the size of the letters. These guys seem to be pretty evenly or pretty well. They are the same size. The G letter is bigger than all the other letters. So what I will do now is I will just nudge it up, just like so, and scale it down. And we already know how to do this. So I will go to the scale tool by pressing the S key, alt click on maybe this bottom anchor point, and scale it down to, let's see, 96.5 points should do. And now all the letters are of the same size. Now the other issue is right now you can see that we'll take a closer look on these guys. Well, we can see that these anchor points right here, they are aligned pretty nicely. They are aligned okay. But these guys, this anchor point right here is not aligned well with this bottom anchor point right here. So what I need to do is I will select it with the direct selection tool and drag it to the right to align it with the guide and to make it aligned with the bottom anchor point, just like so. Okay, I will get rid of the guides. I will turn the rulers off. So I will go to View, Guides, and choose Clear Guides. Okay. When we take a look at the original, we can see that we need to now create these rectangles to create the door shape that I was talking about. And in the whole process, we're going to use two techniques that we haven't talked about before, but they are really easy, well, thanks to my techniques. And well, they are easy. So I'm going to show you just how easily and nicely you can take advantage of blending and of clipping masks. It may sound a bit frightening, but that's really easy. So let's start. Well, first I need to create a rectangle. So I'm just going to grab it from the Tools panel and create a rectangle just like so. I'm not too concerned about its width, but I don't want it to be too tall. And I will give it another color, maybe this red color. And in the Transform panel, I will make sure that my reference point is set to top, and I will actually make it a bit smaller. Okay, sorry guys, kind of a glitch right there, but I'm back, and let's redo the whole process. So I'm gonna create a rectangle, just as I said. I don't want it to be too tall. And in the Transform panel, I will set the reference point to top, and I will make it just a bit, maybe 14 points. Yeah, 14 points should be fine. I'll give it another color, this nice red color. Make sure that I'm selecting the fill, not the stroke. It's always good to select the fill when you want to affect the fill. And what I want to do now is to duplicate it by holding down the Shift and the Alt keys together and align it with this bottom anchor point, with this bottom corner right here. And what I want to do now is I want to have, let me just zoom in a bit maybe. Yeah, okay, this should be fine. What I want to do now is I want to have some steps in between these rectangles, because as we can see in the original, we got 4 of these right here. So what I want to do now is I want to blend these guys together. So I will select them both. And there are 2 ways of approaching the blend tool or the blending process. First, I will go to the object. I will go to the blend menu, and I will go for blend options, just like that. And in here, we can choose smooth color, specified steps, or specified distance. What these options do is smooth color, when we have different colors, well, obviously smooths out the transition between the 2 objects that we are blending. But in this case, we don't want to have smooth colors. We want to have copies of these rectangles in between them. So I will go for specified steps, and since I want to have 2 copies in between these guys, I'm going to go with 2, not 3. So I'm going to go OK, and again in the object menu, blend, I'm going to go with make. And just like so, you can see that we have 2 nicely aligned, nicely blended, 2 additional rectangles.